Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to do this eye makeup look. It's kind of, I don't know, I think I'm going to call it like an exotic eyeliner look. And the reason that I think it reminds me of like more of an exotic look is because it's very kind of elongated, like a Cleopatra-esque type look. That's why I think that I associate it with like the whole exotic look. I love that. It's definitely toned down, so it's not like full-on Cleopatra makeup, but it's that kind of, you know, it's that kind of idea, and it's definitely toned down to a more wearable version. It's basically all kind of centered around this way that I do my eyeliner that I think is really makes your eyes, gives your eyes that look. I think that it can be good to know too because it's a lot easier for me personally. In my opinion, I think it's easier to do your liner this way than to do it the traditional way. For me, my traditional way is to kind of lift up a wing from the upper lash line. So you're kind of extending that line coming off of the top of your eye. This line really comes from the center of your eye. It's almost that corner where your upper lash line meets your lower lash line, and right in that spot you just kind of pull out your wing. That automatically gives you just like a more elongated look to your eyes. I just love like the effect of this kind of eye makeup. I'm also going to show you a really cool trick on how to kind of layer darker and lighter shadows to get kind of a burnished look, almost like an antiqued quality on your lid, which is kind of cool. It's really subtle. It's not like, you know, crazy out there or anything. That's basically a little background on that. I'm gonna stop rambling and get into the tutorial and show you all the steps I did. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this. I'm gonna start off by using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in Eden, and I really like this, especially for this look, because it really gives us that kind of yellowish base to our lid that we're looking for. You definitely don't have to do this. You can use obviously whatever eyeshadows you want to, but I think it's really cool with kind of a more elongated liner like this to do kind of like a burnished look on your eyelids where it looks like there's a darker layer underneath, kind of a lighter gilded layer of color. So I'm actually layering a light color, a dark color, and then another light color. It's kind of weird, but I don't know, it's just kind of how I do it. This is the MAC Beijing Shade Stick, and this color is so pretty. I love it a lot. It's definitely one of my favorite like creamier eyeshadow bases, and it is really creamy. Literally, you can just draw it right onto your lid. Okay, so after I get that all blended out of my lid, I'm going to, like I said, top it with another actual darker color, and I'm going to use a cool brown. This is Mystery by MAC, and it's right there. And yeah, you can really use so many shades. I've used Concrete for this before. I'm using a large shader brush, E60 by Sigma. But anyways, yeah, make sure you tap off your brush so you don't have too much, because it's really going to grab to this color on your lid because it is so much darker. But I've used, like I said, Concrete before. Even Copper Plate works for this. I just like those are really gray colors. I just like this color because it's not as gray. Don't be freaked out if it looks kind of blotchy at first. This is kind of a weird thing to do, so it's not going to look right to you at first. It's going to be kind of like, I'm using this tapered blending brush, E35, to blend it out. You just really, if you take your time blending it and then just go around everything, just kind of take your time, it will even out. Now that that's down, you want to layer, I'm actually using 2 golden shadows to layer on top of this just because I'm using Dazzle Light today, which I thought I was using rice paper to begin with, and then I realized they kind of look similar. I don't know, not really, but I just kind of take my large shader brush from Sigma and pack that into that inner corner and then brush it over top. Now I'm going to take on that same brush again, I'm going to take Retrospec, which is a gorgeous sparkly beige color. It goes really well with Beijing. And I'm really packing that over top of Dazzle Light, and you get a really pretty kind of gilded effect. And you're layering all these darks and light colors on top of each other. And I'm not really being too fussy with my brushes today. I'm just going to use that exact same brush and highlight my like inner corner tear duct area with Retrospec. and then just kind of going to get a little more dazzle light, and then again a little bit more retro spec under there just to match it up to your upper lid. I'm also going to apply some of that dazzle light to the brow. So I'm going back and forth a lot between colors, but hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. So we kind of have our base down. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of definition into the crease, and this is a really, like, I mean, I'm just going back and using Mystery again. So this is really a lot about layering different colors, and I'm using that exact same tapered blending brush, E35 from Sigma. I'm going to get a little bit on the end of my brush and just start making a nice rounded shape like that around the outer edge into the crease of our eye. Since we did use like this brown shadow underneath everything, it shows up really easily when you go to apply it again. And for a brow blending color, I'm going to use my Studio Basics brush. This looks like that. It's a large fluffy brush. And I'm going to use Texture by MAC, which is kind of like a shimmery, well, there it is. It's kind of like a shimmery orange brown. It's going to add a lot of warmth. So now I'm going to go ahead and get a basic shape down with a little bit of my fluid line, my Black Track Fluid Line by MAC. And I'm actually going to take it on a really great, actually it's a perfect brush for this, I think. I guess it's the E5 or the E05 eyeliner brush from Sigma. Actually, that little corner right here where your upper lash line and lower lash line meet is exactly where you want to pull out your first line, kind of as a guide. Okay, so I usually just start from that corner and pull it out sideways and a little bit up, since that's how my lashes tend to go. Like that. And then you kind of have a little tiny guideline to start. Okay. And then what I do is just simply draw a straight line from about halfway from that line. I just draw straight in to my lash line, and that kind of, I want to make sure the little center part is filled in too. But it kind of flattens everything out. Okay, then from there I usually try to pull my line up a little bit more as much as possible, just so that my eye is, you know, you don't want to pull your eye down to make it look droopy in that outer corner. So I usually kind of trace it from here, but then I try to kind of feather it up a little bit and then trace that straight line. And after that I just go around the rest of my eye. This brush makes it really easy to kind of draw a little bit of that liner into your inner corner. You can kind of come from the bottom. Okay, so this looks really dramatic. We're going to actually soften that wing in a minute and kind of blend it in with the rest of the eye look. But for the time being, I'm just going to connect this line kind of. You don't want to draw a straight line from that down, because that's going to make your eye look droopy. So you just want to pretend like it connects perfectly, and just... Before I finish everything up, I'm going to add some black liner to my waterline. And I'm using my Stila Eye Kaujal in Onyx. I'm just going to use my Sigma Small Angle E65 brush. It's perfect for like setting eyeliner or kind of blending the edge of your eyeliner. And I just took a little bit of Carbon by MAC, which is right down here. This does not have to be fancy. I just literally lightly go over the liner, and then what I do is, instead of using my brush this way, I flip it up a little bit so that the pointy edge is pointed down towards my flick of my eyeliner, and just feather all of that in and kind of turn it upwards a little bit. So you can feather just the edge of it into the crease. Okay, and usually I do like two final little steps. I'll take a little bit of Mystery, which is this color we've been using the entire time, this brown. I'm going to get it on the end of a 1/16 round crease brush, and this was from the Badger collection from Coastal Scents. But I'm not sure if they still carry this brush, but there's tons of like little like fatter pencil brushes like this. And since this, like, you know, our wing isn't meant to be perfect, definitely doesn't have to be for this, so it looks kind of a little like uneven there because I didn't really, you know, worry about it too much. So what I'm going to do is just take that like uneven part and connect it, from the wing to the rest of my eyeshadow. And that's going to make a lot more sense because that way your eyeshadow kind of lines up and connects with your liner a little bit better. And then what you want to do is just keep, you know, when you blend that edge, is just put your blending brush down and then blend inward, so you're not going like back and forth. You're just putting your brush down and blending in. So that last final step is to apply a thin strip of liquid liner. I just like to do that because it means that you're gonna have a really dark line of liner right next to your lash line. And sometimes after all that blending and all that kind of shaping with your other cream liner, your line will tend to lighten up just a tad. And this is Maybelline 1x1 Volume Express Mascara. And I really like this a lot because it's so easy. It doesn't clump. So it's a lot easier to really kind of apply multiple coats if you want to, or really pull out those outer lashes so that it really kind of emphasizes that dramatic liner. For the rest of my face, I didn't really do anything. I think the focus in this look is very, you know, definitely your eyes, so I don't have to do a whole lot. But I did use some of the Laura Mercier Dune bronzing powder, and I just used that on like a large paddle brush and just kind of went around like the hollows of my face like that. I think on top of that I am going to use a little bit of the Smashbox Fusion Soft Lights, and this is the one, this is Baked Starburst, and it's just like a bunch of really natural like sun-kissed colors. This is just a blush brush from Coastal Scents, again from that same Badger collection. It's an ankle brush, so I don't know if they still have these, but you know, it's just a typical like chiseled blush brush. And I'm going to concentrate that more towards the center of my face. Since I applied the bronzer kind of like around the outside, it's just like gives your cheeks this like warm glow, which I really like. It just brings like a lot of warmth out in your complexion. And then for the rest of my face, I applied MAC lipstick in Angel, which looks like that, just like a bright pink. And then to tone it down a little bit, I just used the Nivea Kiss of Shine, just like a gloss, like a really light pink gloss. It's really comfortable to wear. I really, after wearing this for a while, I really noticed how uncomfortable lip glosses are to wear, which I've been wearing a lot too for a long time, but I've been really into this lately. I like it a lot. So yeah, so that is all for this exotic eyeliner inspired makeup look. I really hope you guys like this. I know you all requested it a while back and just got around to filming it. It's a great technique to just have kind of, you know, under your belt or in your bag of tricks or whatever. But I thought that this was kind of a look that would be nice for summer too, so I was kind of procrastinating making this video. So I hope you guys liked it. I hope that you know, I explained everything like clearly and everything like that. And I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. I guess it's not officially summer, but pretty much. So I hope you guys are enjoying the start of your summer. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.